All right, this gonna be a quick little video, just kind of showing my process, and I'm actually gonna seam two videos together because I've got some issues that I don't quite understand. So I made a little video to show that, and because of the issue I'm having, it split it into two videos. So I'm gonna use DaVinci to put that together, show you how I do that, and show you how my process runs. So I run the OBS Studio on my other screen, and I've got this gigantic monitor. So that's one side of it. You can see this here is hanging out right on the other side, and then on my other monitor, which is next to me, that's where I keep this guy usually. I just run it over there, and that's how I manage things. I don't typically ever turn that on. If I want to see the right side, I go to that. If I want to see the left side, I just turn that off, and that's always present. So I'm going to bring this over. We're going to go through and do what I said I'd do in this video real fast, just to show you how I can seam two together. So I have a folder I just created a couple of videos, and so if I want to rename this, I want to call this one, well, my issue is that I'm having trouble with comments and ratings. And that's a setting in the YouTube. And so I'm going to take that. I'm going to say Control C. I'm going to go up here, and we'll just rename this Control V. And I'm going to call it Part 1, because we got to put these two together. And so now that I've got that, actually, I'm going to just grab with the space. So Control C, this is my backup file. Control V, call that one as well. Come down to the Part 2. There's my backup. Control V, Part 2. And then click slowly, Control V, Part 2. Then up here, I've got my lessons and then they say AutoCAD, but there's general and schedule as well. And so in here, general and schedule, I need to create a backup folder. Like here, I've got a backup folder and a YouTube folder. And I don't have that in here yet, but just consider that that's what I do. I'd put the MKV in the backup, then put it within its appropriate, and then I do the same with Part 1. So right now, this thing's empty. I just created it. We're starting to create a schedule so you guys can see what's up and coming, because like right now, I've been on a little bit of a pause, which is explained in this video. Why did I pause? And so first, I do want to get my DaVinci, and let's seam these two together real quick. I'm not much of an editor, so I'm just going to double click for my project here. And then I've got this guy. I'm going to bring on the other screen because I want to take Part 1 MP4 version, and I'm going to drag it into my media pool. Change, yes, I want to change the frame rate so it matches. And you can watch other videos to get more information on that. I'm just doing this quick. So there's my two together. And so I just want to bring them down into my timeline. And there is a way to view, and it's like make the timeline fit. Zoom in, zoom. Oh boy. Let me find it. I'm going to pause for a second and find it. I may have found it. I'm not sure yet. I'm just not familiar enough, but I think it's just fit to fill. Let's just see. If I drag this down, yeah, it looks like it fits to fill. So now I got to take Part 2. Which one's Part 2? I'm pretty sure that's it. So let's see. This one. That one. Oh my! How come it can't show me the whole name? Wish it would show me the whole name. I'm gonna pause and make sure I got the right one. Okay, I think I got her figured out, and they're in order. Not by how I placed them here, but I think they went alphabetical order. I don't know, but they happen to be that way. So if I hit my play button, it'll start rolling through this thing as to where it was. Now I'm at the end of this timeline here, so I'm going to take my second piece, drop it in, and I'm going to try the edit to fit again, because if it's right, and this is fit to fill, then I don't know if that quite fit to fill, but oh, yeah, and I can't just see how big it is. It's longer. This whole thing is longer. There's a way to bring that all into fit in this space, and let me find that so I can show it to you, because if you got a whole, some of my stuff is, a couple hours long, and this is a couple minutes, so total difference in trying to look at it. But yeah, if you want it to fit, I need to show you how to do that real quick. I can show you something I don't know how to do. So put this right in the middle, and if I go to like clip and I say, that's not it. Where was it? Oh, join clips. Go into timeline, join clips, click. Error, unable to join clips because they aren't adjacent to the same source clip. I just don't know enough about it. There's some great YouTube videos, but let me just get this thing to fit. Okay, I found one source of doing it. So you can make it happen up here. I know there's a way to do this one down here too, and I may have to just like select, and then try like edit, fit to fill. Nope, that didn't do it. But up here in this guy, I can clip to this, and now that little white line are my two videos that I want to seam together. And so when I've got these selected, then we need to get them into the render and render them together. And that's, it's that quick for me. I could even put a quick little thing at the beginning and drop that out in the front and have an intro or something like that, and then just hit render. And I just don't have the time that I do any editing. So I got to get my render up. Well, I can hear the fan on my video card going crazy, and what I had done was found a thing for turn on a setting for there, render cache. I changed it from none to smart, and it actually sounds like it's rendering, but that's not what you do. I think it's down here. I think it says rocket. Is that where it is? Yes. Now I have my render queue. So I hit my render queue. Maybe it is rendering. I don't know. Because this isn't giving me. And then I want it to go to YouTube version. So I'm going to click that. Resolution looks good. Frame rate's good. MP4 for YouTube. Yep. And I want these two guys. And for some reason, they're not just dropping into my render queue. And I don't see the little guy for making them render. So it's not the edit. I'm pretty sure that when you're ready, it's this guy. Is it home? New project. No. It's not all that. And I'm pretty sure it's not in settings. You could look at stuff like this, but that's not it. It's just making it render at this very moment. And so that's what I'm looking for, is to get it to add to render queue. There it is. Bottom. Oh, you guys can't see my whole screen. Let me drag this down. I gotta pull that over. Bring it down. Bring this over. Sorry, I was recording half. I got this huge monitor. So let's get this to where you can see it. There it is. Okay, so there's DaVinci. Here's all this stuff. And right here was add to render queue. And down at the bottom, what I was looking at to get this thing to work is I was in this guy. And that's where I was dropping my clips. Bunk, bunk. And I dropped one all the way at the end. And then I had two. Then, when I've got everything lined up the way I want, go to here, and then add to render queue. And now it wants a title, wants to know where I'm going to put it. So I don't put them here. I go videos. I want my captures, and then I'm going to this general and schedule is where I'm going to start doing this. So these are the two I'm seaming together. And so this is a DaVinci seaming to videos. Geez. Seaming to videos, save, and then it's off and running. And so untitled project. Oh, I didn't title the project. So that's not a big deal. If I wanted to, I can just come in here, save the render job. Yes, I do want to save it. And I think I can open the file location. Nope, that didn't pop it open. But here, I've got it to where I want it to go. I've got its name. And if I hit render all, then it just starts the process of rendering. And depending on the length of the video, which this one is not very long. I mean, this is just a couple of minutes. In fact, the video I'm making to show you this is 5 times longer than the video I'm seaming together to tell you what's been going on and why I've been absent for a few days and how I'm going to keep you more up to date on what's coming and cool things that I'm doing. Like for those of you who do follow me for the AutoCAD stuff, putting together this cool video, detail, just from a manufacturer stuff that I have, but wanting it to plot better with my stuff. And so I'll let this wrap up its render, and then we'll come back. But no sense in you guys watching it do this. Okay, so this thing's done. So all I do now is go to my folder, and that's it right there. So I'm going to kind of move this over to the side because what we're going to do is I don't even need this guy open anymore. We can shut her down. Save the project changes. Yeah. And so I will give it a name. And I'm just going to call this that DaVinci and see seaming. Same as the video name. That's the problem. Now that's done. It's gone. So this is kind of how I start my stuff so that you guys have contact information if you need it. Because I haven't figured out some stuff, which is what that seam video tells you, what I have not figured out about YouTube and could use some help with. And so if you got answers, please email me. But where I go from there is I will go to create. I want to upload a video, and then I want to grab and that's this guy here. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drag it into there. You just can't see it because I got to move it over so I can see where I'm putting it. So I'm going to drop it. And now as that's coming in, then behind here, I've got, and this isn't going to work for this particular thing, but like if I was doing an AutoCAD lesson, then I just take Control-C, and then let's shrink this down so I can get to both at once. I'll go back to there, and we're not there yet, but let's show more and go down to my tags, Control-V, and you'll see the turn red. It's because there's way too much wording in here, too many tags. And so this is not about timber frame. This video is not about any of this sort of stuff. I will decheck all this stuff, put in DaVinci, put it in YouTube uploading. This has nothing to do with AutoCAD. And I don't typically do these types of videos, but may do a little bit more down the road as I get better at it. But this is just for people who are needing something fast, like the way that I do it. So yeah, you just keep going. Get rid of the stuff that has nothing to do with anything that you're doing. So all my architecture, building, the design, the plans, the blueprints. But eventually what will happen is when you get rid of enough of these terms, and of course I'll be getting rid of so many that I'll have plenty of extra room. But LiDAR, I did use one of point cloud, recap, fence points. It's going to see how it turned blue? Because I've got under 500 characters. Now I'm safe in there. But what I need is a thumbnail. And so for the thumbnail, I could reopen, say, my DaVinci, and I could take a snapshot of it, save it, and then I save those to, that opened really big. And so I save these guys to a real easy to get to folder because it always seems to be on top. So if I take this and I just take and make a real quick, easy new snipping, just using my Windows snipping tool, and grab that. There's a decent image kind of to show, hey, this is what I'm doing. Now, this doesn't always work. Hey, it's working today. So this is my DaVinci. Am I spelling that right? I don't think I am. DaVinci seaming 2. Let's just put 2. I don't like the names get too long for my backup videos. And as a PNG, now when I come back into, now I can close that out again. Don't need my snipping tool. Then I go to my thumbnails, and in here, thumbnails, there should be a general, schedules in general, and DaVinci streaming, open, and I've got my thumbnail in there. So the video is still processing. It's really short, so it's going to be done processing and probably even do the HD. As far as this goes, before I start a video, I create my little lesson plan. So in my general tab, I have the schedules in general. And so this is my text, what I usually read aloud. And so I just Control V, come in here. There's my description. I hate Control V. So Control C, then Control V. And then this one doesn't have a lesson number. If it did, some reason it does get rid of the dash that I put in there. But nonetheless, there's my description. And I've got to fix all this. But I'm going to just kind of real quick, well, I'll fix it and I'll come back. So let me pause. So if you saw this list of the words that I brought in, notice they're all comma separated values. So when you copy and paste into here, that's what creates these individual is the commas. So I've got DaVinci, and then I also I want to do YouTube, and I can put comma because it is a video about YouTube. The other one and how I'm creating these YouTube videos, and then the other one is kind of like questions. The subject of the seamed video, which I'll put up next, publish next, and so this is seaming, and this I'll spell out videos, and so I can do it. But as soon as I hit comma, now it's a new thing, and so now this also has to do with comments, and ratings. And I don't think there's a caps in that. I can't see with that in the way. Ratings. And I didn't turn on, sorry, my highlighter. That's kind of nice to have. I've got a highlight tool. And then my record date is today. The location, I'm in Butte, and then if I start to type Montana, oops, and spell it right, then it gives me Montana's Pickett. And then I'm doing education. It's a how-to. And then here's one of the things I don't know how valid this is, but one of the tips I got off of another YouTube, because I was getting low resolution. And so here's my big question, though. This is in the video that I just seen, so it's in there too. But I don't know if I'm supposed to have allow all comments checked, or if I don't want swear words in here and I want YouTube to filter stuff out so that this is kid friendly, does it do it automatically, or do I have to go somewhere and actually, this didn't tell me anything. Now I haven't gotten to learn more, but do I have to go somewhere and approve these myself? Approve the comments myself? I don't know that, and that's kind of what I'm putting out there to the YouTube community. Is anybody got the answer? Please drop me an email, because I'm gonna leave this as allow all comments this time, and because this isn't one of my lessons, it's not as vital. My AutoCAD lessons for my followers, it's not as vital. So then I hit next, but here's one of the things about resolution that I don't know how accurate this is, but I was told that, and it probably has a lot to do with if this is still trying to get the HD complete, and I hit publish, boom, I got a low resolution publish. But if I schedule it, and I schedule it out, now this one's done. So right now it's 6:12 p.m., so today is the 29th. So I'll set it back to the 29th. It's going to be on to 6:30 next. So since it's already done, it was such a short video, I'm going to schedule it. And that's supposed to increase the resolution. I think that has to do with the fact that it's processing the high definition. And since this was so short, it's actually done. I probably could have just hit publish and I would have got the high resolution. But I'm learning, so passing along some of that knowledge. Anyway, that is how I get one up, and that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.